Hello, welcome. How are we, beautiful people? This is second time we are hanging out. Appreciate you dropping by. It's always nice to see you. Ha ha ha. Welcome. I hope you guys first like the actual first one, just about the game plan for 2024. And I thought now's a great time to actually talk about breaking down this game plan on how we are actually going to tackle getting that fitness up and running, because I think we got to take it in bite size. For me, for example, last year when I was like on the couch watching a lot of Netflix, late at night watching a lot of Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus, and playing video games, and plus working as well in an office job where I'm pretty much stationary a lot of the time. One of the key areas that I realized quickly that I needed to tackle was to increase my actual step count. Now, you probably already know, and you're probably not in denial, that you and I haven't been doing that many steps. If you wear a Fitbit, an Apple Watch, Garmin, whatever it is, to sort of a wearable technology that helps track some level of fitness, or if you have your smartphone on you all the time, you know that in some way, shape or form, in that smart device, it has the ability to track your steps. So when I started on this actual fitness sort of reprogramming my habits, one of the key areas that I really want to focus on was actually increasing my step count. One of the most doable things that I could tackle, that I could do quickly and make quick adjustments on and just be more conscious of, is increasing my steps. So last year, in my sort of static position and static lifestyle, I started out at about 5,000 steps a day. That's how much I was doing on average, 5,000 to 6,000 steps a day. And all that was basically going to my desk at home, going to the mailbox and doing some groceries, and maybe walking the dog maybe twice a week at most. And I really made it a intention of mine to say, look, this is the goal. The goal is to do 10,000 a week, 10,000 steps a week on average. So why am I saying average? Because there's some days you're gonna do more, and there's some days you're gonna do less. That's the reality. We all live very busy lives. I've got 2 kids, I work a full-time job, and I like to have all the other sort of comforts in life, like chilling by the TV and stuff like that. So, but I also know that I'm getting older. I'm 38 years old now, and I'm going to my 40s, and all the articles keep telling me, as you get older, if you don't maintain your fitness, it gets a lot harder. So that's another catalyst for me wanting to actually increase this. So back to the step. So what I decided to do was very simply just start off with increasing my average from 5,000 to 6,000 within a 3-week time frame, to 7,000, to 8,000, to 9,000, to 10,000. So I gradually built it. I didn't go overnight and decided to go from 5,000 to a 2-hour hike in the Blue Mountains or wherever you are. No, I think that approach when I was a lot younger was like, go in and go hard. No longer. I think the idea now is to progress slowly, but with consistency. Yeah, that's right, consistency. That's the aim of the game, of how I've thought about, hey, you know what, one area, this is it, consistency. I'm going to consistently increase my step count. And that really helped me slowly decrease the actual weight around all my other areas, like my belly, my man boobs, my face. It slowly decreased. Beginning of last year, I was about 78 kilos. So going from 78 to the end of it about 75 kilos, huge, you know. I mean, that's progress, and that's what we want. I think a lot of people these days want that instantaneous progress, but then they fall off the actual momentum of just getting up and maintaining that consistency. And that's what I've learned through this fitness journey of mine, and I'm still going through it. So hitting 10,000 average by the end of last year was phenomenal, and the stats will show you right here that I went bang to 10,000 steps on average. So that's how I believe that you can get there, is just to think about progressing slowly over the weeks and over the months and just enjoying it. A walk outside is absolutely phenomenal. It's great for the mind, great for clearing up, you know, whatever you're thinking about, great for thinking of new ideas. Or if you like, you can tackle listening to a podcast or your favorite audiobooks. You can tackle two things at once. This year for me, I've want to increase my step count. So my goal this year is to lean down even further from 75 kilos at the beginning of the year. The goal is from dad bod to fit bod. That's the aim of the game for me anyways. So the next step this year is I need to increase my step count further. And that's what I want to do. That's for me personally. Whatever journey you are on right now, just start it. That's what I can do. That's what I can recommend highly. So this year for me, 15,000. That's my goal. That is what I'm intending to do. So how am I going to do it? So this is my own sort of journey and how I'm breaking it down. I realize that morning walks I really enjoy now. So the morning walk with my dog, I get up, my kids are still asleep, my wife's still asleep, and I can just basically put on an audiobook or a podcast that I want to listen to, and off I go. And I do it for the first hour of the day. I can get in about 7,500 to 8,000 steps straight away. That's my chunk. A bulk of my chunk of the day has been bam, done. And the rest of it is just basically movement around the house, like walking, making sure that I walk more frequently, getting up off my desk more frequently. When I go to the gym, for example, a tip that I would highly recommend is don't park too close. Don't pick the closest parking spot. Pick one that's a little bit further. Why? Because that way you increase your step count. That helps. Those micro burns, those micro sort of steps that you add up every day becomes kilometers over the course of a year very quickly. The other thing that I also recommend is if you do decide to sign up to the gym or do something that's gym related, in between your sets or in between your workouts, walk. Not walking like frantically, but walk. Do some steps. Cool. Catch your breath back, but walk. Do those steps. A lot of people I see at the gym, and this is not dissing anyone or anything like that, but a lot of people just, when they finish their set, straight away onto their phone, sitting there. You can add more calorie burn if you decide to just walk within that sort of interval. The other thing that I do is same thing at the shops. When I go shopping, we never actually park close. I always park far to do a walk to the shops, and that increased my step count. That increased the time that I get to hang with my kids or with my wife, just having a quick chat. But I tend to park far away. That's a choice. That's an intentional choice that I make, and it's sort of like a subconscious thing that I do for my family to actually increase their sort of step count as well. So, and the other thing, if you're at if you work in an office space or if you work from home, I highly recommend considering getting a treadmill. I have a treadmill underneath my standing desk. In those days where it's raining outside heavily and I do not want to go to the gym and do a treadmill. B, during a lunch break, I have some time to squeeze in. I can squeeze in a very quick walk. But this is with intent. If you do want to start sort of tackling and getting those calories down like myself, and after increasing your blood oxygen level and increasing oxygen in your body and just feeling good, and just starting that sort of fitness journey, wherever it is that you are, think tackling the actual step count challenge is a great way to actually start. So that's my suggestion. I highly recommend it. Have a think about it. Would love to hear your comments on how you're actually tackling it and what you're doing to actually increase your step count. Yeah, from now on, I'll try and do, these sort of tackles of what I'm trying to pursue on a week-to-week basis and share my findings. But I thought we'll start off with steps. They work very well. It's a great way to get out and get some fresh air. Until the next one, appreciate your time, and we'll see each other again soon. Peace out.